you guys, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For all my followers, thank you so much. And my subscribers, thank you so much. Before we get started, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notifications. Let's get started.
Three, two, one.
Today we are going to be talking about the most important subject of all in the military, in my honest opinion, is suicide. I know it's a dark topic. I know a lot of people do not like to discuss this because it's for some reason it brings up a lot. And you know what? I'm here
To bring the peace.
Please don't be ashamed. We all have gone through this at some point. We have all gone through depression. We have all gone through anxiety. We have all gone through mixed emotions, whatever you name it, personality disorder. But guess what? We can work through this together. And today I'm helping you to figure out what's wrong and how to cope through the military life. So, as we get started, I would like to first off read off a couple definitions for you guys, just so we're on the same page as far as what a suicidal ideation is, what deployment is, certain terminology that you guys may not be aware of as of yet. Here to help you do that. So first, a suicidal ideation or suicidal thoughts means having thoughts, ideas, or ruminations about the possibility of ending one's life. So suicidal ideations can nearly be as something simple as a thought. Something simple as, hey, I want to jump off the bridge, or hey, I would like to take this knife and I would like to go to work, or hey, I would like to take a lighter and start burning my skin. Or some people have like self-mutilation. Some people have different strategies of the way that they cope with their suicidal thoughts, right? So that's a suicidal ideation. And then we have another terminology that I wanted to bring up with you guys is deployment. I know a lot of people have questions about deployment and exactly what it is. So deployment, in simple definition, is being removed from one location and traveling as on a United States issued machinery, which can be an aircraft. It could be a LCAT. It could be whatever the case may be. Migrating from one place to another, standing watch. A general watch, and when I say watch, I mean like everyone just basically keeping their eyes out and doing their job and protecting the land, right? And this can occur between 6 to 9 months. So a lot of people go on deployment, whether in the Marines, whether in the Army, whether in the Coast Guard, whether in the Navy. They go on deployment for a very long time, and during these times you're not able to see your family members. You can't see your friends, your loved ones, and you're away. Like, your new family is the military. We are your first family. So a lot of these things, we're going to get into details about it, but a lot of these things can cause a lot of stressors that can tie into why a lot of people would have suicidal ideation. So we're going to get into that. April 28, 2022, it was reported to CBS News that the United States Navy acknowledged suicides of 7 sailors assigned to the USS George Washington. Some of the reasons provided to officials were individual incidents of poor judgment and leadership acumen. Reported December 1st, 2022 by Melissa Chan, according to NBC News, at least four U.S. Navy sailors assigned to the same facility in Virginia died by suicide in the last few weeks. A licensed counselor reported that she was inundated, with the amount of hopelessness at the command. As also reported to NBC News, many sailors have been struggling with personal issues that were exacerbated by a lack of mental health resources on the job and feeling overworked and undervalued by their leaders. Now, as far as suicidal ideations, it is not a diagnosis, but it is a symptom of some mental disorders and can also occur in response to adverse events without the presence of a mental disorder. what causes suicidal ideations in the military. I have some bulletin points. Some can be feeling homesick, not being used to being away from loved ones for extended periods of time. Again, being on deployment, you are away for a pretty long time, and it can get pretty rough for some individuals who are not used to being away from maybe newborns that were just born, or newly founded marriages, or just family members in general, friends. Another bulletin point is feeling stress from various stresses, including outside stresses. It could be a second job that you may have while you're in the military. Your children, maybe they're acting up in school. Maybe they just miss you. You miss them. Your spouse. Maybe some people are starting to have trust issues within their relationships, or they just miss their spouses. They're not used to being away from their spouses for so long. That's understandable. The past. Some people start reminiscing over the past when you're giving so much space and time to think. Some people tend to go back and dig up the past and start thinking about old situations and old traditions and old things that occurred, and it could tend to get a little dark. Some people even stress about the present. They feel like they're not doing enough now with their lives, and they feel like they can do more. Some people even stress about the future. They feel like they're not doing enough to put them in a position to be in a better position in the future, maybe 5 or 10 years from now. So that could be a couple of issues, that can lead to suicidal ideations, in the military. It can get a little rough. It's all about what you do to overcome those, and we're going to get to that. Another bulletin point that I do have is sexual harassment, / assault, rape, which is another stressor where potential victims do not seek the proper care about such incidents that occurred. So there are a lot of people that may have experienced or are experiencing maybe sexual harassment, assault / rape, and maybe they fear, maybe they fear just being looked at a certain way or being treated a certain way for speaking up, or maybe they just don't feel comfortable speaking up because maybe they can start feeling like it was their fault why it happened, and maybe they could have prevented this by maybe not going out to that party, or not speaking to this guy, or maybe dressing a little more appropriately. I mean, none of those reasons honestly is ever your fault. If I am speaking to a victim, whether you are in the military or not, whether you're looking to join the military, I want you to know this from my heart. It's not your fault that someone else had an ill mind and they could not control themselves, okay? It's not your fault. So a lot of people, they don't seek the proper care that they need. They feel like no one can help them. They get into this hopeless, helpless mode, and they just tune out from the world, and they get numb, and they start to become suicidal. They start to feel like, nothing is going to help them. No one is going to help them. No one is going to be able to help them, and it gets pretty depressing. If you are falling in any of those categories, I do suggest you to seek help, and I will get into the different types of help that you can be able to receive while in the military, because you are not alone. You are not alone. We are in this together. We are a team, and I'm here to provide those resources to you. Next bulletin point we have is getting into trouble, feeling like your back is against the wall and you are subject to punishment. A lot of people while they're in the military, a lot of younger people, even older people. I don't want to make this an age thing. 1 second. A lot of people tend to get into legal problems, non-legal problems while serving in the military, and they just feel like they're in this excuse my French, a load of trouble, and they feel like it just keeps piling up, and they get scared and they don't know how they're going to get out of it. I mean, this should never ever be a reason why you feel like you are not conducive to the military or life in general. You are still important. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone does something that others may not agree with. You can get through it. You will get through it. And we will again go to the proper resources for you to be able to receive the mental help to get yourself together. And as I mentioned before, again, deployment, which is also tied to being homesick, also worrying about bill management away at sea for extended periods of time. So a lot of people, when they leave home, they leave their bills behind. Sometimes their spouses are the ones that have to take full accountability and leadership for the babies. Whatever dependents you have, don't know your situation, but whatever dependents you have, whoever is left home is now in charge of whatever you have going on. So sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming, but you can get through it. There are different ways that you can manage your bills while away at sea. You can put your bills on auto payment. Some people, they set schedules, they write it down, they have planners. They even talk to the bill companies to amend or to postpone or suspend bill payments while on deployment. You are covered by the SCRA law, and I will put that in the description as well. So there are different active duty laws that do cover military personnel. Just look into it. You will be fined any cars that you have that you cannot pay while you're away at sea. Always remember, get the SCRA benefits. Make sure you apply. Make sure you send them your orders, your TAD orders, your deployment orders, whatever orders from your CO, your captain, whoever. Send that to the company, and they will have to abide by the law, because it's a law that protects active duty military. So now we're going to get into the programs by the U.S. military, the U.S. Navy, and the resources if you are in need. So for one, the first point of contact that I would contact if I were you, if you are active duty military, reserves, or whatever, and you are experiencing suicidal ideations or suicidal attempts, I would definitely locate your chain of command, your medical team, first and foremost on your shore command or your ship. There's a medical team on every single ship, every single shore command. Go to them, let them know what's going on, be honest, tell them what how you're feeling, and they will have to definitely point you in the right direction if they can't properly tend to you for whatever reasons. Maybe your case is more specialized, or you need certain resources to be able to mend whatever tribulation is going on. They will definitely point you in the right direction and get you the help that you need. My next bullet point is a U.S. Naval Hospital. In the hospital, they do have a mental psych floor that will be able to accommodate your mental health needs. Again, your medical team are the ones that most likely will send you there. Any U.S. military personnel that is aware of your mental state as far as you having suicidal ideations will mandated report to whoever they need to, medical team or whoever, what they've heard. So if you report this to a fellow sailor, they will by law be mandated to report that. So whoever you get in contact with, even if you go there willingly, voluntarily by yourself, the U.S. Naval Hospital definitely is very good at accommodating any mental health needs. There's also continuing, what we call continuing care. So one of the programs that is provided now by the U.S. Navy is called a CSP, which is a Crisis Stabilization Program, which is a week long that you will muster at 08:30 a.m. For a certain so the Crisis Stabilization Program is really good. This is follow-up care. You will be in a group session. It will be maybe about approximately 8 to 10 people, could be a little more, but it's a small group, and you guys just discuss different coping strategies to be able to maintain your mental state. You also get a personalized psychologist, which is to help you maintain your medication concerns as well as intake and any adjustments needed to satisfy your needs. Another bullet point is that you have a fleet and family therapist counselor, which they will report to your command, your whereabouts, as well as any discussed notes between you two. Next bulletin is you will not be eligible to carry or deal with any weapons until your rehabilitation is finalized and you are properly able to manage yourself and others around you. which also means that you'll possibly most likely be given a limited duty status, which means you'll be placed at a temporary duty assignment and possibly do light duty watch standing, very light, so that you are given the proper care, time, attention to focus on your rehabilitation and medical needs. Also, worst come to worst, civilian wise, you can always go to a regular civilian hospital. They will direct you in the right path, right direction. Also, there's a chaplain. There's also the chaplain. You can speak to the chaplain about what's going on. One thing that you do need to know that I think is the most phenomenal resource of all and the most phenomenal note of all is that the chaplain legally is not allowed to discuss anything that is confidentially shared with him or her unless you say that you're going to hurt yourself or anyone else. So if you just go to the chaplain, you just discuss, hey, what's going on, your chaplain could definitely assist you and point you in the right direction and give you the tools that you need. So I say all of this to say, you are not alone. I know it can get tough in the military. I know it can get tough in life in general. You got the kids at home, they're whining, and then you got the husband, and you know, he's acting a fool. And then you just feel like everything is just coming crashing down on you, but I'm telling you, you're not alone. Please don't feel like there's no way out. There is a way out. Don't let the devil control your mind. Don't let him tell you that you are not enough. Don't let him tell you that you're not loved. I love you. I know we never met before, but if you're watching this and you're feeling suicidal, I want to let you know that I love you. I care about you. And if you have any other questions or concerns, please hit the comments below. I will be glad to help you. I'm here for you. I support you. You are my family. And I want you to know that you are important. You're important. And I just want to right now give a moment of silence for those who have committed suicide in the military. So can we just bow our heads in silence for a minute? Thank you. I say thank you guys for tuning into my video. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notifications bell. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.